Hey there, Project Dragonfly applicants. My name is Kevin Matteson. I work with Project Dragonfly at Miami University. I'm an advisor, instructor, and one of the directors. And I just wanted to showcase some tips for your applications and how to navigate our system. So if you're on our main website, you'll see this picture. And if you go to this section here, Apply to Dragonfly, and scroll down, the first thing you're going to see is this Apply Now. And if you click that, which is tempting because it's a nice red button, you will be taken to Miami University's graduate school application, which is indeed one way you can start the application. But let's just go back to this starting point. If you go down here below and read, there's quite a bit of helpful information. There's an applicant checklist here where you can have this saved. So what you can do is do File, make a copy, and save that however you want to your desktop or wherever. And you can go down here, and many folks that are applying for the master's, they're either applying for the Global Field Program or the Advanced Inquiry Program. There's also an option to apply for standalone Earth Expeditions courses, and I'm not really going to get into that process. This is more for those thinking about the master's. So there's more information here if you're trying to figure out which program, which master's degree, and some other things. But if you click on this, you'll come to this page, and this really has the step-by-step details of what you're going to do. If you go down to GFP and AIP application steps, you can click here. The first thing is complete the Project Dragonfly Database Form, and this is the same for AIP and GFP. So when you open that up, you'll see there's a form for you to complete. If you go to it, you'll see this form. And really, this is just contact information that we're looking for. This is not used to assess your application. Don't stress about your answers here. It's a fairly simple form, just getting your general information so we know how to contact you and reach out. Again, not used in assessing your application. And we understand things might change, like you might be in the midst of a move or whatever. All those things you can contact us if need be to change them once that happens. So that's not a problem at all. The next thing you'll see if you're with the GFP, the Global Field Program Application Steps, is this option for your Earth Expeditions course choices. And this may seem a little overwhelming initially because you're still yet to fully apply to the program and you're telling us what courses you're most interested in. This will be helpful for you to think about the program and how it can benefit you. So you're going to put in your contact information and then your first, second, and third, and fourth, and fifth course choices. And there are 5 first-year courses you can choose from this year: Baja, Belize, Brazil, Costa Rica, Paraguay. You may wonder, how do I make this decision? And really what you'll want to do is read up on the Earth Expeditions web pages about each of these courses. So for example, Baja was one of those first-year courses. You can click here and open this page and read all about the Baja experience as the first field course. It has the dates of when the course occurs, how travel will work, the costs, and some student reflections to give you more of a sense of things. So you can read about each of the courses, note the timing that'll work for you, and then fill this out with your choices. Again, if things change, no worries. You can contact our team and we will adjust the spreadsheet and work with you on these. So these are not like set in stone. So once you have submitted that main form for the AIP and GFP and the additional form on your placement preferences for Earth Expeditions, if you're applying for the Global Field Program, then you want to come back to this application checklist and start to go through these items. So as it says here, you're going to want to draft your essays. Each are 250 words. The questions are there. You'll also want to draft or update your resume or CV to have it on hand. You'll want to reach out to 2 references we recommend. We say 2 or 3 here. All you need is 2. So 2 references that you can reach out to. You'll want to contact them and let them know, hey, I'm applying for a graduate program. Would you be willing to serve as a reference? You'll have their email, and then you'll have that available to put into the system. You'll want to request digital copies of your unofficial transcripts. So at the application stage, you only need unofficial transcripts. Most of the time, you can just reach out to your college or university. You can Google the name of your college or university and transcript request. Most will have either a form or an email where you can write to get those if you don't already have them. Now you're going to want to go back to the Project Dragonfly website, click on Apply to Dragonfly, scroll down to that red box that says Apply Now, click it, and this is going to take you to Miami University's graduate school application where you're going to create a new account. You click Submit, and then you're ready to start your application. You're going to want to choose Graduate Degree Online, Create Application. Then you're going to be able to choose Graduate Degree Online and open the application. When you start this application, you're going to see that on the left-hand side, there are different categories. And the first one you fill out is personal background. So this is just general information about you as a person, your citizenship or your birth date, your address, and a number of other things like that. So you're going to take a little time and fill this all out. If you are an international student, you should reach out directly to our team at Dragonfly. Click Submit or Continue, and you'll head into the next section on admission information online. You're going to choose biology and Project Dragonfly if you're looking for the Master of Arts. If you're thinking about the Master of Arts in teaching, in biological sciences, you would choose that at the top. Summer 2026 is our next open term. And if you're thinking AIP or GFP and you're not sure which, you're going to select the one you're most interested in initially, and then you can email us. So if you're thinking AIP and you have a location in mind, you will go ahead and put that in. You can email us. You can see there. If you're interested in more than one institution or the GFP, you can email our team to notify us. There are a number of questions about if you have attended Miami University before or lived in Ohio, if you consider yourself a first-generation college student. So you just need to answer these the best you can based on your background, how you heard about the program, and sometimes you've heard from all different ways, but you should just choose the one that's most relevant. Again, any more background connected to Ohio, some information about felonies or things along those lines, and finally, review of Title IX sexual misconduct statement, so you can read through that information on the webpage that is linked, and then any military service status that you may have. You'll click Continue, and we're now in the academic information part of the application process. So when you click Add Institution, you can type in your college name, and it should start to auto-populate with different colleges and autofill to the best of its ability. You'll have to, of course, put in the start date, end date, and level of study. Now, when you're putting in your major, you may or may not see the exact major that you earned. Just choose the one that is the closest to what you earned and do your best with that. So you're going to fill all of this out, your GPA and some other information there as well. And you have the option to upload your transcript directly into this section. Once you have it entered, you're going to click Continue. And now you're on the recommendations portion of the application. When you click Add New, you'll have the option to fill in names of people that you want to be your recommenders. Typically, people will waive their right to access this report. Once you have your recommendations in, you can click Review, and there'll be a notice there that you can read, and then anything that's missing, and you can click on those to add them. Once everything is all set, you can click Submit and continue to upload documents. And I just want to pause here because it may seem a little counterintuitive that you're going to click Submit and continue to upload documents when you have not added your essays, you have not at this point added your resume. And there's also this acknowledgement here that says I will be unable to make changes to the information that I'm submitting on this application form. So as long as you've checked these items on the side, your admission information, that's all your contact information, your academic history, your recommendations, all of that, and you're certain it is as accurate as it can be, you're going to still go ahead and submit, because in the next section, you will be able to add your essays, your resume, etc. And even if something was wrong and there was an error you realize later that you want fixed, you can email our team and we can help you get that fixed. So go ahead and continue and you will get to the next section. And it takes you to this new section called the Application Checklist, where it's letting you know what you still have to submit. So this is really where you're going to submit much of the details of your application. So you can click on essay responses and you can add in your essay text. Now, when you click submit, you would think it would take you back to the main page, but it does not. So you will have to log back in later. And sometimes there's actually also a delay in terms of when this will appear. So you might submit and then give it 20 minutes or so, log back in, and then you will see them. So each time you log in, you're going to see your application checklist and all the items you have completed. You're still waiting on your recommenders. You've submitted your essays. You'll see the check mark eventually after waiting a little bit. And then you need to find a way to upload your resume or CV. And the answer is to go down to this area where you choose File and choose Resume or CV. So in that upload box is where you're going to be able to add various missing items, and that is underneath the application checklist. So after giving your recommenders time, you'll review your application checklist and double check that you've uploaded all your transcripts, you've received your recommendation letters, you have those green check marks next to everything in your checklist, and that means you are done. You may also have to submit a $50 application fee. But once you have submitted, you will receive in about 2 days, maybe less, maybe more, an email from the Miami University's graduate admissions letting you know that your application is ready for review. And at this point, you can just relax, take it easy, and wait for us to work through our processes. So good luck. Hope this was helpful, and we look forward to hearing from you.